Welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright, today we got a 2003 Lincoln Navigator. The check engine light is on for code P0304. Cylinder misfire number 4. We had diagnosed this about a week ago. Check it out, we got the video on it. So we're going to show you how to change coil number 4. The coils on these vehicles, they do tend to go, and we had replaced this one like a little bit over a year ago. But our warranties is 1 year, 12,000 miles. Parts and labor we cover it. You know, it's only fair to the customer. Only time we don't give a warranty is if we don't diagnose it, and if somebody just wants us to hire, somebody just hire us just to change a part. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go here and get the tools set up of what we're going to need, and I'm going to let you know, and we'll be right back. Okay, as you see, I got a pair of brown jersey gloves because this vehicle's kind of hot. Usually I would use the latex gloves, but forget that, I don't got time to burn myself. 1/4 inch drive ratchet. Got two 2-inch extensions. Probably only going to need one, maybe not none. And a set of 1/4 inch drive metric sockets, deep and shallow. Alright, so let's put our gloves on. And yeah, the first thing we're going to do is disconnect the negative side of the battery. If you're doing spark plugs on this side, you're going to have to do this also, so remember that. Let's get us a 8mm deep socket and go over here and let's go disconnect the battery. Alright, what we want to do here, it's got a lot of corrosion on it. If you got corrosion on your battery, stop listening to people who use Coca-Cola and baking soda on it. Just get some hot water and it'll wash this stuff right away. Try that out. Alright, so let's loosen this up. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is, because our coil is way up under these hoses and it's a mess. Next thing we're going to do is, you got the computer right here, the ECM. This is the computer that controls this car, especially with engine performance. We're going to disconnect that. See these yellow tabs right here? You just pull them back and unplug. 3 plugs. Put them to the side. Now let's get our 10mm socket, and we're going to take these bolts out and take the computer out. Alright, we'll be right back. Okay, let's get our 10mm bolts out of here. Okay, now your computer, it's got these little sets and slots down here. So that's all you're going to do is lift it up. Computer comes right out. That's the computer for the car. I'll set that to the side. And now we got this bracket right here. Computer bracket. We're going to take those. Oh man, it's kind of tight. You got one bolt here and one bolt right over here. Let's get those bolts out and get this bracket out. We'll be right back. Alright, my assistant just reminded me, because at the angle I'm in, I didn't see it. We got another bolt right up under here. Okay. Bracket to the side. Now you can, this is why I did it. Now if you look down here, you'll see, now we can see the valve cover better and everything. Get these, you can move these hoses out your way a little bit better. It's going to be kind of tight to get this thing out of here. Now you don't have, there's a little cover. You can see it. Yeah, you can see it in there. It's a small little cover from down here to about right here that's covering up the coils. And it looks like they're about a 8mm sockets. Let's find out. Yeah, okay, you got one right there. And then you gotta move these hoses out of the way. And then you got one right there. Forward in there, bright ideas. One right there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is get some extensions, and you know, using these brown jersey gloves are really in the way. So I'm gonna put some latex on. We'll be right back. Okay, I got my deep 8mm socket, or 5/16, 2 extensions. Okay, let's push this. And you can see there's my bolt right there. Yes, it is hot inside here, up under here. Okay. There should be enough out of there. Whoops. Let's drop that bolt. Okay, there's one. Pretty long bolts here. Set this up there, and number 2, move these out of the way, is back here. You can see number 2 right there. And let's get that out. Okay. Now, this cover should pop up. See the cover down here? So it pops up. We're going to slide that forward. Now, I'm not going to completely take that out because I don't need to. Way back here, let me get the light. Way back here, there's coil number 4 right there. You can see they put it way back there. And the good part about these coils is the only thing we have to do is pull it up. There's no bolts holding it in or anything. And you just gotta unplug it. If you see the plug right there, squeeze the tab in and unplug it. Wow, that's why it went. This sucks because these things have the heater hoses going across this cover, as you can see, and the least little leak leaks down into these and that's all antifreeze right there. That's all rust. That is not good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some air and blow down it and make sure all of it's out. I don't know, maybe it was leaking at one time, but we're still gonna cover it under warranty. But then I'm gonna look around here and see what the heck going on. Leaking. All right, let me get an air line and we'll be right back. Okay, I got my little air thing right here I like to use. I got a hose on the end of it. So what I'm gonna do here is put that in down into the hole. It looks like it's dry because you saw a lot of rust come out of there. Wow. All right, let's go get our new coil. All right, we'll be right back. All right, what you do is go down to your local Fisher Auto Parts store, because you're not standard is a very good name brand for coils and electrical ignition. All coils on this engine are the same. You want to ask them for part number UF191T. T series. Let's open this up. You want to match them up. Oh yeah, good. Good. That thing is really bad. And actually, I'm wondering, at one time was this changed by a different one? Because this is not a standard coil. But still, it should have lasted longer. But that rust up there. All right, now what we want to do here is over here. Only thing we want to do here is, let's see if we can get you to see. This is where the coil sets at. And I see the rust down there. That's all you want to do. And that's is set the coil down in there. And if you see the plug right here, just plug it up, you know, before you push it all the way down. Okay? And just push it down. Just like that. That's all it is. Then, while you're looking back there, what we do is bring our cover back across. And pretty much, it takes a little lining up here because this thing is not going to make it easy for you. I can tell you that right now. Okay, the best thing to do is try to line up the hole up here first. Which I don't even see. There it is right there. Alright, so that hole right there, that should be right there. Alright, I got that lined up. Now, let's see if we can get this bolt started with a couple threads. Okay, good. That one started with a couple of threads, so now I know this one should be basically lined up for me. And it is. Alright, so get your 8mm and tighten those bolts up. Alright, we'll be right back. Okay, next is, let's put our bracket on. The two prongs that come out for holding the computer, make sure they're facing the bottom. Put our bracket up here. Let's start our bolts in by hand. All three of them before we tighten them up. Oops, almost dropped that one. All right, go ahead, tighten those bolts up, and once you finish, come back and join me. We'll be right back. All right, got that done. Now, before I set the computer, what I want to do is take my light. I want to look around here to see if I see any stains where this could have been leaking antifreeze at. And the problem is I don't see none, which is not good. Well, it has been a year. Maybe there was a leak and it was somebody fixed it. I'm not sure. I noticed over here, it's our heater control valve. The vacuum line was off on that. We'll put that back on there. All right, now we're going to set our computer down. Make sure our plugs are out of the way. Set our computer down into the tabs. Push down. 10mm bolts. Alright, tighten up the bolts, and when you're done, join me. We'll be right back. Okay, the next step, let's get our computer plugged back up. That's all you have to do is put the plugs on it, push it up, and bring it forward to lock the tab into place. Again, you take the plug, you line it up, pushing it forward now. Let's get this. Whoops. Oh, wait a minute. See, that's good. These plugs are all different sizes, so you can't mess them up. And as you saw, I almost miscrossed that one. Okay, push it in, far as it'll go. Push the plug, the clip forward. Locks it right into place. Last one. Forward. And that one ain't going all the way. We're gonna make sure, that thing is all the way up. Let's make sure that tab is all the way back. I just noticed if the tab is not all the way back, that plug won't go in there correctly. Now we push forward, lock it into place. Good to go. Negative terminal. Put the terminal back on. Get our 8mm socket or 5/16. Tighten that up. All done. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, there you go. Now this is the same process if you was going to change the spark plugs. You gotta do that same thing. Remove that cover, and the coils just pull out and unplug. You can see this one was messed up. I didn't see no antifreeze leak. As I said, we did this about a year ago. Maybe there was a leak and somebody fixed it. And I'm not gonna argue the case. She's a pretty good customer, so just gonna change it. It's good to keep the customer happy, just like that. A lot of times when you get a misfire on especially Fords, again, I don't like to put down auto parts stores, but they got no business letting AutoZone tell people what they need after they put the check engine computer on it to check the check engine light. And actually AutoZone has a pamphlet they're supposed to give you when you do that lets you know this is just to let you, this is just for the, you still need to call diagnose. This is just to give you, like to guide you what the problem is. And you know, usually they would tell the person, yeah, you know, you need spark plugs. If the person don't know about coils and all, yeah, you got this bad spark plug, you need spark plugs. The person go change the spark plugs, and it's not easy to change the spark plugs on this thing. And then the thing's doing the same thing. All right. Always, if you got a misfire on Fords, go with the coil first. This is Timmy from Astro Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. Take it easy.